Okay, we got 20 minutes, 9 seconds on this one. And this is quite interesting because it's been quite the tumultuous day, receiving yeah, a series of bad news about housing, about financial support of the government, and everything else. And the initial calm of, oh, I got this, it's nothing, and then letting the images of yeah, as soon as you lose the house you're gonna be um yeah, your visa is gonna be revoked, and every day someone is gonna literally knock on your door, say, hey, pay up the rent and stuff like that. And those yeah, give you more vivid imagery of um, yeah, the depth of the actual problems, rather than, oh, yeah, I got this, but what if not? I got this, So, um, quite an interesting thing. I talked to my mentor, and he was begging me not to kill myself, like always. And other than that, it's led to me recording two videos that are private now because, yeah, imagine what are those videos. But yeah, and another thing was that I posted this rage kind of sarcasm and hurting kind of manifesto on LinkedIn, and I noticed, okay, who the fuck am I posting for? And I deleted that shit. But yeah, and the funny thing is that now that I'm kind of again taking a rational approach to the whole situation, okay, of course, let's say, what you call, sure, if the rent is up, I might be sent back to my shitty country, and uh, the lead up to that situation is gonna be kind of interesting as well, with everyday stress of, okay, someone is literally knocking on your door, as well as what is it, yeah, every day is gonna be more stress, more mental pressure, and of course on top of that is gonna be this cognitive dissonance of your self-perceived image than actual reality. Like, I was talking to a couple of these writers I know, and I said, okay, let's be real, because I saw I explained things into pure math to them, and to one of them who is my mentor in a specific, and I told him, hey, this is the input of my life. 25 years of micromanaging myself, just learning skills in academia, in languages, in marketing, in everything. And like, even meeting random people, and not even for networking, but just wanting to leave people even after 1 second with more kind of joy of having met me rather than less. I remember this, there was this guy on the train, and he was literally drawn to the window, and he was just his eyes were literally sliding on the glass because he was so bored, and he wanted to talk to someone, but he was so shy. He was like 50 something, and I noticed that, and I just said, oh, nice, what you call, he had a nice watch. And I said, nice watch. And after that, he was literally, for 10 minutes straight, he was just talking about his watch. And I sensed his emotions boiling up every second that he was talking more and more and more about his job, about the watch, and he said, "This is my guilty pleasure in life," and stuff like that. That's what I want, to not have an impact of kind of that magnitude, but to you exist, and as you exist, you have an effect on others' lives, you know. So I rather this effect be more positive than negative, even if it's just a smile. And this is the fascination of everything, because about me, like whenever I'm in a bad mood or any whatever, I just talk to someone I don't know, face to face. Could be online, but it needs to be face to face, not just chatting or even calling. Because when I see the person, when I see the individual in front of me, I consume a lot of kind of informations about them that they might not know about themselves. Their tics, their kind of habits, their doing this, doing that, and all of these nitpicks that tells me an emotional story of the other person and adds to the empathy of the whole situation. I have never bitched about my life into someone who I see face to face. Every time I've bitched about my life to someone has been either on a phone call or over chat, because I don't see the other person and I'm kind of hiding behind the uh, not receiving all of those kind of extra informations about the other person. So that's one of the interesting things about the whole thing, that when I have this kind of thing, and even so many people say, "Oh, you have the charisma," or something like that, and these are my inputs in life, that not only works with law of whatever guru you can find, but also it's just money is exchange of value. And what is most value you can give people? This value of making people feel special about themselves, feel seen. And not only that, I have the technical value to offer as well, with fucking two masters, languages, marketing, and everything. But for some odd reason, maybe let's call it there is a God and something, I'm hidden to all of these markets, to all of these things. Not only I'm literally spamming kind of um, applications and solicitations, as they call it in Dutch, um, over like 400 jobs, different jobs, as well as doing fucking my own thing of reaching out to law firms and stuff like that. I just don't know. There is a disconnect, that as if all these 400 emails, 500 kind of outreaches are not even being seen. Because you would think when I'm authentic, when I'm providing value in front, someone would notice, you know? And my intentions are just, sure, my intentions are just to provide for myself, but my even then my priority is to live, and to leave kind of positive impact that I do like for free and without expectations anyways, you know? And when that's your input, and the output is like, where are we now, it just adds to the like the whole frustration of things as well. Like even today I was talking to a couple of people, and mostly like writers and like um yeah, my mentor. And the thing was that I don't know, whatever the reason is, that I just don't see the value that others see in me. It's not the kind of and it's not like not being self-aware about it or anything like that, and it's not even low confidence or something, but there's a disconnect like I see myself, this is the funny part of the whole thing. I see myself as this brilliant, great writer. And I don't give a shit about my law background, my two masters in law, the languages I know, and stuff like that. I've always seen myself as this great kind of um, architecture of words, wordsmith that can influence people with words. And anything else about myself, I don't give a shit about it. And funny enough, everyone else, like other than a couple of writers and um, some people, um, everyone else sees the other things that I don't even fucking value. Sure, these grades are great from nice universities and the languages and stuff like that, but those aren't values I actually want to offer. Although I'm looking for a job for them and I'm still not getting the job, but I just don't know. There is a disconnect, and this adds to the like the bursting of the bubble that it happens. Like you need to, this frustration lingers on every single day. There is either something challenging this frustration or adding to it, and every single day it just takes its time. And let's say could be 1 hour, could be 5 minutes, could be 10 hours, but it takes its time to burst this bubble of frustration that needs to burst. And after that, there is again calm that I don't understand. Like, okay, my situation is objectively, everyone can literally put their hand on fucking Bible and say, okay, this is fucked by all metrics of human kind of measurement. But at the end of the day, even that is perceived through my kind of perception, because as of now, I'm not paying rent. I have to, not paying rent. I mean, I have paid the rent for this month. For next month, I need to pay rent in 10 days, So, and I have to worry about losing the visa kind of status and something like that at the worst case scenario in 1 month. It's not today, you know? And of course, that could be inevitable, but still, it's not today, you know? Even I was joking with uh, the the writer I was talking to, and I said, "Hey," he said, "What are you gonna do even if you secure a job and you don't have a sponsorship or something for the next year?" And I said, "Okay, then I kill myself next year. It's fine. At least I have lived more than not. Not that I enjoy living or something, but at least it's just more. Um, in 1 year, I will have written like at least 100 more pieces. That's something. That's not even legacy, but that's a piece of me remaining after my own death. So the positive influence is gonna be there, not in legacy, not in my name, but a piece of me that lives on. So I have more opportunity to leave more pieces of me in a year rather than in 10 days. So if I even had a piece about this, that if I haven't killed myself up to now, this is the suicidal dilemma, that not only you are frustrated by not having done it sooner, but you're also grateful about, okay, not having done it, because um, you have existed more just for the fuck of it. So um, that's the whole thing that I don't understand. Okay, let's say there is a God, there is a plan, there is a destiny, there is whatever the fuck. What the fuck is next? Because all I can think of, and unless a 1 in a billion kind of miracle is gonna happen, the next steps are quite straightforward. I either find a temporary job that my body can handle, either my body recovers, unlikely, or the job is not that kind of physical. I either find a job and I see whatever the fuck happens next, or I don't and I go through the system and the bullshit of, okay, every single day reminder of pay the rent, and in a month get the fuck out, you know. And sure, if it's that happens in your country, you already have a kind of support system and stuff like that. But in in a kind of in abroad and still not, almost here, like almost a year, and 3 months in two or three cities because of rent situation, because of like student status and stuff like that. So I haven't, like, not only I don't go out much, but the people I meet is just shallow because there is no reason to go back and go like grab a drink or bullshit like that, you know. Even like recently that I came in contact with someone and talk about my issues and problems with them, uh, asking for guidance and stuff like that. They respectfully kind of said, "Oh no, it's gonna go fine," and stuff like that and stuff like that. And 2 days later, I was blocked because people haven't known me other than one nice conversation, you know. And the one nice conversation uh, gives you this fallacy of this guy is leading a perfect life, because who wouldn't go out of their way to just open up and have a nice conversation on the train with you, you know? And when you say, okay, I'm having these problems as well, and there is more to me rather than the nice conversation guy, of course they don't want to deal with it because there is no commitment to it, you know? It was just a nice song I heard and I can move on to the next song, you know? But yeah, I'm just like processing my own thoughts that what the fuck is next with me? Like, okay, I wanted to die like almost 10 years now, and I haven't done it, and I don't know how there is a red line for my dignity to cross to say, okay, enough is enough and fucking kill myself, you know? And on the other hand, okay, if I'm staying alive, where the fuck am I gonna end up, you know? Because as soon as the rent is up and I have no job or nothing to secure myself with, I'm gonna be either deported or live as a fucking shadow in a foreign country to be detained or something, you know? It's not nice. So what the actual fuck is gonna happen, you know? I'm funny enough, portion of me is just still curious about what's happened, because that's me. I'm curious about everything, and that's one of the good things, I guess, because it draws my focus into what I'm curious about. And on the other hand, is like, okay, what the actual fuck? Sure, this is rock bottom, as you can humanly imagine, but at the same time, it always can get worse. So, yeah, what the fuck is gonna happen? But yeah, yeah, the video is running out of storage, so am I, and I'm running out of life, but still breathing. So, yeah, that's the video.